Hi, it's such a beautiful evening tonight. It's a beautiful fall day, all day today. Uh, Sunny and warm, but not too warm. And I thought I'd just come out here on the deck and have a little talk with you. I haven't been doing anything, actually. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in, but it's not one to get much done, I'll tell you that. This is Shirley from Shirley's World Vlog. And just here talking to you in the evening. I went and got my hair cut yesterday, just trimmed. I have to go to Strongsville. That's probably the furthest I drive anymore to do anything. And that's only like 20 minutes away. Did I want to go? No, but I had the appointment. So I went. Once I get someplace and start talking to people, it's fine. But I don't go anyplace afterwards. I used to stop in the Goodwill that's right by there. And there's a Mark's there I could have stopped in. But I don't. I'm just anxious to get home. I just want to be home. I don't know. I get these feelings every once in a while where I don't want to do much of anything away from the house. So I've been home all day today, of course. Now, I had planned on today to go to the AT&T store because I have to go in there and get 2 things taken off my bill. After 30 days, you can do that. So I planned on going there and getting that done today. But did I do it? No. I just didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like leaving. I haven't been out to the garden. It should be watered for sure. I did water my little plants here on the deck. Yesterday, my dog seemed to have way too much interest in where that bunny's nest used to be. So I'm thinking maybe the bunny has made another nest there. It's by the coop that's in the middle of the yard. It's not an active chicken coop, but it's just still there. And then there's like a cage next to it. And that's where she made the nest last time that my dog got into. But when I saw her rooting around in there, I went and got her right away and brought her in. So I've kept her on a leash, on a rope ever since, because I don't want her to get in anything if it's there. Now, I did call my handyman, Mark. He's coming out tomorrow, and we can see what we can do. I may take that whole coop down out of there and make sure there's no real bunny's nest there. It could be that the rabbit was just in there sort of scouting it out, you know. I don't know. I don't see anything there, but we'll see tomorrow. I don't know, but it's a beautiful day tonight, you know, evening tonight to be out here. I sure haven't been busy on eBay and Poshmark. I haven't had one sale since I was on with you on Sunday. Nothing, 0. I did list the last of my drafts that I had. Now I have nothing left to list unless I go get something out of my closet. But I'm just in this mood that that's okay, that I'm not selling anything. It doesn't really bother me that much right now. Yeah, is anybody else getting these moods where you just want to stay home, you don't want to do much of anything? I don't know, maybe it's depression. It just didn't start with this last week's things that happened. It started before that. So I don't think it's that. That didn't help any, all the things that happened. But Anyway, actually, uh, the time I feel the best is in the morning, early in the morning. Like for a couple hours, I have energy. After that, it just, I don't know. What I did do is I decided I would, because winter's coming sooner or later, and I like to crochet or knit in the wintertime. Now, I haven't knitted or crocheted anything in the last couple of years, but I ran across all my crochet stuff, everything except my bag of yarn. I have a big bag of yarn somewhere and I can't find it. It's driving me crazy. But I found all my books and patterns and all my crochet hooks and everything. So it's just that bag of yarn I can't find. So I don't know where that is. Samantha comes tomorrow. I'm hoping that I didn't donate a big bag of yarn when we were decluttering. I have to ask her that because she was helping me declutter. There is a chipmunk or a squirrel. It's a red squirrel right up in this tree above me, scolding me. That's what you hear. Evidently, I'm in her space or his space. So I'm still looking for the bag of yarn. I did have one, almost a full skein of yarn and another little piece, another little ball. So I should have brought it out here. I made a little square hot pad to get used to crocheting again. And it brought me back to, you know, that I can still do it, thank goodness. And I'm making these little, I have an awful lot of them, but I like to make these little rounds. They're about this size, and I just use them for coasters. You can make them in all kinds of patterns, and I made a couple of those. But yeah, I'd like to find my bag of yarn, or I'll have to go buy some. Yes, what else? I told you I found a pair of Skechers, right? The slip-in Skechers, I really like them. And yeah. So I don't know. I've been out taking treats to the chicken last night and today. She's eaten all my blueberries and red raspberries, and all I have left is a bag of spinach and some romaine lettuce. I don't have any more fruit left for her. I need to buy, it's still gonna get warm, at least this week it is. I need to buy a couple of those little watermelons, you know, the little ones. I like those. They're easy for me to handle, they're not so heavy. And yeah, so still don't know what I'm gonna do with as far as the chicken goes. I think unless I find somebody that wants to give me a chicken that they don't want anymore, or a friend of mine suggested that maybe somebody that did 4-H and didn't sell all their chickens, I could get a little hen from somebody if I just advertise. Maybe I'll just advertise online that I could use a couple chickens. They don't have to be real young. They can be, you know, middle-aged. But she just needs a little bit of company, that's all. There's still the problem that you have to separate them. You can't just plunk other people's chickens in with your chicken, because you have to make sure they don't have any disease, or they're not full of mites or whatever, you know. So you just sort of separate them for a couple weeks, and then you put them together. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. So I think tomorrow Mark is coming and we're going to figure out what to do about the bunny problem, if it is a bunny problem. We have to make sure there's no nest there before we take the whole thing apart. And then, yeah, Thursday I guess I'll go to the AT&T store and get that all figured out. I have acorns dropping. They're all over the deck. They haven't started to drop like crazy yet. I mean, they're just starting. So I have to be careful where I walk because, you know, they're like ball bearings here. But when they really start to fall, it sounds like, you know, it just sounds like gunfire here. It's so many. That's the one tree that still made nuts this year. My buckeye tree didn't produce anything, no blossoms this spring and no buckeyes. And the black walnuts, thank goodness, didn't produce any either. So I don't know what's up with that. My apple tree didn't produce this year. It didn't produce last year. I thought it would produce this year because it's sort of like every other year. Apple trees, you know, produce a lot of apples, but it didn't. I don't know. It was something about must have been something about last winter. Has anybody heard about what this winter is supposed to be like? I don't know. I haven't read anything about it. If it's going to be bad or a mild winter. I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Nothing. I've been watching a new YouTuber, and she's a little young. She's younger than me, but she reminds me of myself so much. I laugh at her so much because she has the same sense of humor, I think, that I do. And her video, she has a lot of videos on do-it-yourself peg or do-it-myself peg. You should watch her. She's funny. And she just went, she went all by herself and made a trip she always wanted to make and went to England and Ireland by herself. That's so brave. Yeah, and she's telling all about that. So, yes, my father's side of the family, named Wickersham, that is from England, and that's from a place called Wickersham in Sussex. It's not a town that's there anymore, but it used to be there. Wickersham, spelled with a W-Y. Now, ours was W-I-C-K, Wickersham. But that was interesting. All Wickershams came initially from there, evidently, way back whenever, in the 1700s, I think. But, yeah, I always wanted to go to England, never got there. And then once I wouldn't fly anymore, that was pretty much a done deal that I wouldn't ever see England. But that's all right. So let me know what all you've been doing. I hope this is going to be a beautiful fall. I hope this keeps up like today, because this is like the perfect weather for me. And I hope I get back some energy and get back some motivation. It's the motivation I don't have. I mean, I don't expect me to get a lot of energy back, but yeah, I'm not even motivated to do anything. So anyway, I thought I'd like to talk to you for a little bit And I will see you for sure on, what day is today? Tuesday. On Thursday evening at 7. And we'll see how things stand there as far as the selling goes. I'd like to sell something before then. So anyway, this is Shirley from Shirley's World Vlog on the homestead here, next to my favorite tree. This is an Osage orange tree. This tree is probably older than my house, which is 174 years old. The house is. So, yeah. It's the home of many, many squirrels and chipmunks. I've noticed the hummingbirds have stopped coming to the feeders now, so I'm going to take my hummingbird feeders down. Evidently, the hummingbirds are on their way back to Mexico. They migrate all the way from here down there. So I can use those hooks that are holding those feeders for some other feeders I have. So I'll say goodnight for now, and I'd like to make a video about this other thing that I bought for the car. This goes on your dashboard, or it could go on your window. This can move around. It's that magnetic circle again. So then I'll be able to, if I ever go anywhere, I can take you with me and you can see out the front window. So that's one I have planned. I wouldn't even have to go out of my driveway to do that video, so we'll see. So I will see you again in the next video. Bye.